We've all heard the saying, hire slow, fire fast. But what does this actually mean? Where did this come from? And is there actually any merit behind this statement? So yeah, in this video, we'll be diving deep into what this means, the implications, as well as the truth behind this statement. It's really important that we as employers interpret the statement correctly, because if you don't, this can bring all sorts of issues up, and it really isn't the best or most empathetic way to run your business. But yeah, essentially, what do they mean by hire slow and fire fast? Well, the hire slow part basically says you need to be super meticulous with your hiring process, right? We don't want to hire people that are not actually team players, because usually this can create some pretty big issues in the company. It can really decrease morale. And yeah, just bad hires, we want to avoid them at all costs. So that's why it's really important to hire slowly. By saying that, you're basically saying, don't just go out there, find 5 people, onboard them right away without doing your due diligence, right? That's not the proper way to find the best talent. And then the fire fast portion, that's basically saying, hey, if someone is not being a team player, if they're causing problems within your company, don't think too much about it and just get rid of them. And while I do agree with some parts of the statement, it can be a little bit more of a touchy subject. I think it is sort of important to take the general meaning of this, but not actually fire super fast. But yeah, for the first part of this video, let's focus solely on the hire slowly part of the statement. And for everything that we're talking about in this video, you guys, I've gone through these myself. I've made mistakes hiring. I've hired too fast. I've hired too slow even. And so yeah, hopefully you guys can learn from my lessons and sort of incorporate these things into your own hiring process. The first big aspect of this statement is you really want to emphasize quality over quantity. I think a lot of people get really caught up with hiring a ton of people just because it seems cool. They want to have a big team. But at the end of the day, the quality of your talent, of your team, it is more important than the quantity, right? I'd much rather have 3 really good team players than, let's say, 6 people that I found super fast that are not positively contributing to the company or contributing to the team morale. And so when you rush the hiring process, you're probably going to overlook a ton of different things. They might not be the best fit for your company culture. They may not have the exact skills that you're looking for or the personality to fit within your team. So the really important part about this is, yes, you can hire too many people too fast. You definitely don't want to do that. You want to take your time. Don't go too slowly, but at the same time, be very meticulous with your hiring process. This leads us to the next point, which is the cost implications. So when you're hiring too fast, it's likely that you will bring on too many new team members at once. Your payroll is going to go up drastically. And guys, hiring someone does not just mean paying them and expecting really good results, right? You have to do the whole onboarding process, which can take a long time. It takes a lot of commitment to onboard someone properly and get them really situated within their job. When you don't do this correctly, you're paying a lot of payroll to people that are way less efficient than if you had hired slowly or hired meticulously. So yeah, that's definitely something that you do want to avoid. I think a lot of people, they get pretty lazy with their hiring process. They'll probably maybe check out like 30 resumes, interview maybe 2 or 3 people, and then choose the best person. But in my experience, this is not the best way to hire. You really want to think of hiring as a numbers game, right? The more people you actually interview, the higher chance you're going to have to find someone that is perfect for that role. And so that's why I always tell people, you should not rush this process. Don't only look at a few candidates, because that's really not going to be in your best interest. The more people you look through and the more time you spend actually hiring someone, the way higher the chances are of you finding someone that's the perfect fit. And then there's the team dynamics, right? Hiring is not just about filling a role. It's more about like adding a new member to your company family. If you have a family and you're looking for a live-in nanny, you're really not going to hire fast, right? Because you know you need to vet a lot of people. You need to make sure that they are the perfect fit for your family in terms of personality, work ethic, morals, all that stuff. And so yeah, think of hiring for your company the same as hiring a live-in nanny for your own family. The way that you work, the personal relationships between different team members, it's very important. So yeah, that's definitely something you guys do need to be aware of. Now let's talk a little bit about the fire fast aspect of the statement. So obviously an underperforming person on your team is drastically going to reduce the work quality of pretty much everyone on your team. Your team morale, dynamics, productivity, they're all probably going to go down with that person. And so really making quick decisions about whether or not you want to keep that person on or fire them, that can prevent a lot of long-term damage. Also, the longer an unfit employee stays within your company, the more they're going to cost your company, not just in terms of payroll, but in terms of the other things we talked about. Those things affect everyone else in the company. That's going to lower the overall efficiency of your company's workforce. And the third is you do want to be empathetic to that person. Yes, sometimes it can be quite annoying when someone is not a good fit for your company. They are slacking, whatever it is. They likely have excuses or things that are happening within their own life that are affecting their work ability. And so we do want them to actually find the proper work environment. And even if it's it's not at your company, I'm sure there is somewhere where they are going to fit in. So if you do fire faster, then we can actually be doing them a service. Now, of course, there are a bunch of criticisms to the hire slow, fire fast statement. And the first is the potential to be hasty in our decisions, right? As a business owner, not every decision that you make is going to be correct. There really is no way of knowing, but the thing is, when you make decisions faster, sometimes those decisions, they can be hasty, they can not be well thought out, and they can be the wrong move. So you just really do need to be careful with this, because if you are firing fast, you really need to be sure that you are making the right choice. Did they make a mistake that's actually correctable? Are they actually correcting themselves if this has been done in the past? We as business owners, we do need to have a little bit more empathy. We do need to have a little bit more patience with our workforce, and just understand that yes, sometimes things happen. No, they don't own the business. They may not be into it as much as you are, but we still need to appreciate them just the same. We also need to think about their mental health, right? It's 2023/2024. Things aren't the same as they were, let's say 20, 30 years ago, or even 10 years ago. We don't want to get sued. There's more and more mental health issues arising in the workforce. And if people are scared that they're going to get fired, there may be more anxiety among them because they know, hey, I could lose my job like super fast, and that can cause a bunch of unneeded anxiety. And then there's of course the legal and ethical implications. I'm not going to dive into this too much since I don't know too much about it. It's going to also differ by state. But yeah, usually you do need some type of reason to terminate employment. So basically in 2023 and beyond, I think the best way to handle this statement is to take it with a balanced approach. I think the hiring slow part, I think that is very important. That I don't have too much issue with, but the fire fast portion, I do have some issues with that. I do think that people do make mistakes. I, of course, make mistakes too. People working within your business, they don't own the business. There's not as much in it for them as there is for you. So of course, no one's gonna do it as well as you. And we just need to be a little bit more flexible. I still think that people should fire fast if it really comes down to it, but I do think some people are firing a bit too fast. They are not taking things into consideration as much as they should. And we do need a bit more empathy in the workforce. So yeah, that's basically my take on this whole subject. Let me know what your thoughts are on this in the comments down below. I'd be really interested in hearing what are your experiences with it. Do you hire fast? Do you hire slow? Do you fire fast? Let us know down below. Anyways, if you guys are interested in hiring the best overseas talent for your business at a fraction of the cost of domestic talent, over at Paired, we do this extremely well. We have local in-house recruitment teams. We're super good at what we do, and we can basically guarantee you that we can find the best talent for you. There's basically zero risk to you besides some time wasted. So if you guys do want to learn more and hop on a call with us, you guys can check us out down below at paired.so. Hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.